I mean, meditating, praying, reading. I just kind of, I didn't really focus on the problem because I really, from what I learned, and even the book I came across even before I had my breakdown, Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. So I kind of always had those little things in life. Maybe the universe was like giving me these little tidbits of wisdom because they knew I was going to need some type of positive thinking to get through all the things I was going through. And I am kind of the person that kind of tends to look at the glasses more full. Like, I was like, oh, I have great friends. Oh, I have a great job. Oh, and I was always looking at the positive, even though terrible things were happening. I, in my mind, could sometimes be able to see past that. So that's really important, to learn how to think. I mean, we all have to learn how to think because we are truly conditioned by commercials, news, society, that the world's terrible. It's a bad place. It's a terrible place. It's just rotten. That's what we're taught. And we're taught we have to look a certain way. We have to act a certain way to be accepted. We have to have this, and it's just, we're conditioned, and we have to learn how to think. And it's sad, but we have to learn how to think. So that's exactly what I did. I learned how to think, and I love to meditate. People say, oh, they have, like I said, you just have 15 minutes, like get in there and meditate, and they'll set like alarms or whatever. They struggle to get in it for 15 minutes. I struggle to only do it for 15 minutes. I don't want to come back when I'm in meditation. I want to be there. So I'm like, I have to be like, so every once in a while, something will say, it's probably time to come out. You got to go do things. And I'm like, just a little bit more time. I just like to be there.
That's awesome.
But it took a long time for me to learn how to meditate. That didn't happen overnight either. But
for our listeners who may, because some people may know what meditation is, some people may not. Some people, meditation may be really, really easy for them. They can be in meditation for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, or longer. Other people, it's like they can't meditate past a minute or two. So it's like, can you explain like what meditation actually means for you, like your definition of it and how that works?
When I first started, I was that person who my mind was just racing all the time. I'm a high energy person anyway. I'm always doing something. So it was really hard for me to slow it down. I learned a method. I don't have to use that method anymore. But back then, I imagined that my brain was kind of like in an elevator, and I'd go down from the 5th floor to the 4th to the 3rd to the 2nd, and I'd just totally relax. But then I'd go under this, like I felt like there was a shield, and I'd go under it to be in a realm that was really inside of me, that wasn't outside of me. So I'd go under this shield, and that's where I would be in this. And a lot of times it's just darkness, but darkness sounds scary, but it's not. This place is a very calming, warm, silent break from everything. And if we can learn to quiet our minds, sometimes when we're quieting our minds, thoughts will come through, and that's okay. Pay attention to those thoughts, because then you'll start to learn where your thoughts actually tend to be. Are they more negative? Are they more stressful? Or do you have pleasant thoughts? And so you start to be aware of your thoughts, which helps you be able to control them. You also have emotions, so you have to figure out where you're at on the emotional scale. If you're feeling bad all the time, you're not thinking right, so perception is very important. So emotional scale, learning, being aware of your thoughts, all those things are very important.
And so you're sharing that, going back to the meditation process, so the thoughts were going through your head. And then so you go through this process. And then was there a certain point in time where the thoughts kind of just stopped, or they were still going and you're observing them?
Well, in the beginning, they were going, I was observing them, because I also read somewhere to not be so judgmental, like, oh, I just can't quiet my mind, because that's what prevents you from learning meditation, because you're not easy with yourself and you're not compassionate with yourself. We tend to be beings that'll give compassion to people we love, but we don't give compassion to ourselves. And that's another thing that's very important to do, is learn self-love. But we're talking about meditation. So I didn't try to judge it. I just was trying to be aware of what my thoughts were. But eventually I started to go to a very quiet place, because when you can quiet your mind, your vibration elevates. So meditation's great for a lot of things. It's physical, it's mental, it's a beautiful thing when you really learn how to do it, but it does take work. So you got to just be easy on yourself.
And for somebody who might be at the beginning of that journey, or maybe they don't necessarily have a meditation practice incorporated, what would you suggest that they do to get started?
Stop watching the news because it's only going to tell you everything's terrible. I would say focus on a noise. Like I can put white noise on. You tell, your Alexa or whatever, play white noise or whatever, and just focus on that noise for a while. Just don't think about anything. Just focus on that noise. You'll start to calm down. You'll start to, relax. And then if a thought comes, you're like, okay, then reset yourself. Sometimes it takes a good 15 minutes to really get into the meditation. I've feel so blessed that now I can, but this is a long time of practicing. I can really turn everything off like this. I can just get in there and I just want to be there, and it's good. It's good for your nervous system. It's good for so many things. And just a minute of it. I was at a retreat one time when they said, don't discount if you only have a minute. And she said, I'm going to take you through a guided 1-minute meditation. I was like, okay. I was like, well, minute. And I'm someone who loves to meditate. But she took me through like, oh, just relax this, and then deep breaths, all that. And then she said, okay, a minute's up. And she's like, how do you feel? I'm like, wow, I feel really relaxed. It's because I just took a minute to be quiet, to just calm down, not let the outside world distract me. So, if you have 5 minutes, do 5 minutes. If you have 1 minute, do 1 minute, but try, because it is really good for you.
We've talked about a lot of the things that have happened in the past. Can you share with me what's going on for you right now? What's going on? What's life like for you right now?
Oh, I love where I live. I love my home. I love my surroundings. I love my family. I'm very close to my children my son and my daughter. They're both married to great people. I have 2 grandchildren, a grandson and a granddaughter, that brings so much joy into my life. Right now it's cold out, but we're usually out riding bikes and picking flowers and talking about all kinds of things. And so now that it's winter, I mean, we've taken a couple trips to Florida to kind of warm up, but I love snow and I love the cold, so it doesn't bother me. My daughter doesn't like it, but I spend a lot of my free time with friends and family and really enjoying life to the fullest as much as I can. I also love helping other people learn how to think. I have a 3-month course, and it's kind of a commitment because it is 3 months, but it has weekly lessons with daily activities, and then a weekly session with me as you're going through the course. And the session isn't really about the course, because the course is simple. Again, it's not easy because you got to do it, but it is a simple process to change your mindset. The sessions are more about more customized goals and to talk through things that they may be experiencing or thinking about or things like that. So the sessions are more about their personal growth, and the course is for them to get in a habit of thinking a different way and perceiving things in a different way.